Good afternoon, son. What happened? Why are you so angry? Did you have a bad day?
I had been having a good day before I left home. I had a terrible day. I'm so angry.
Okay, calm down. I had been waiting for your mom, but you came like this, too upset. So now we will talk about that, okay?
I don't know. Okay, let's do it.
Alright, now that you have already had your coffee, tell me what happened today.
A lot of things happened today. To start, I had been leaving for work when I noticed it was very late.
Okay. But haven't you been getting up very late lately? That's why you were leaving late.
Maybe, but I've been working hard before that happened. If I'm too tired, I usually get up late.
I see. But then, is that the reason why you are like this, just because you got up late today?
No, that was just the beginning of everything. When I left home, I was already feeling bad. It's like when you know something is going to go bad that day. I had been feeling that.
I totally get you. I usually have that feeling too, and you have to pay attention to that.
Well, I didn't pay attention to it and I left home. I had been waiting for the bus when I slipped.
How's that possible? I mean, you have been waiting for the bus sitting on the bench, right?
Yeah, I had been looking at the bus timetable when I stood up, slipped, and fell down on the floor.
Wait, how long had you been sitting down on that bench before you stood up and slipped?
I don't know. And why is that important? I just slipped and fell down.
I'm just asking because it had been raining today in the morning before you left for work.
No, it hadn't been raining by the time I went to work. I think it has already stopped.
Oh, all right. But then what happened? I mean, you slipped, and what happened next?
Of course, all my clothes got dirty. I had been very careful with my clothes before that happened. The reason? I had an important presentation today. Really important.
Oh, that's why you had been preparing for that presentation before. I understand now.
Exactly. I had been working hard on that. I had been putting all my effort into it.
Wow, that's too bad. And what did you do? Did you have your presentation anyway?
I did, but before that, I had been trying to clean my clothes somehow. I couldn't do it, so I had to ask one of my coworkers to lend me a jacket or something. I just got this sweater.
Oh, you're right. You hadn't been wearing that sweater before you left home today.
Yeah, of course. I had been wearing a suit before that terrible accident happened. Anyway, I had to have my presentation dressed like this. I had been planning that for a month.
It must be difficult. But how did it go? Did you have any problems because of your clothes?
No. Happily, everything went fine during the presentation. But then something happened. I had been talking about the benefits of the insurance because you know I work for an insurance company. I had to sell some new benefits. Well, I had been explaining the benefits of the new insurance we had recently gotten when suddenly there was a blackout in the company. The power just went out. I mean, I had been speaking for like an hour and I was about to finish with the presentation when this blackout came up. So I couldn't finish it. We had to call the electricity company. They said their workers had been connecting some new traffic lights or something like that before that problem happened, and they didn't know the reason why there was a blackout.
Wow, that is a big problem. I'm sure they hadn't been doing a good job with that connection. And that's why they made a mistake. It's not the first time something like that has happened. But then, what did you do? If you couldn't finish with that, then you failed, right?
At the end, yeah. We had been expecting their approval for the whole month. We hadn't been thinking about anything else, but that presentation. It was important for us. And that's not all. We had been rescheduling the meeting for next week. For Monday. When one of the company partners spilled coffee on one of our clients. On his shirt.
Oh, my God. That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
He had been drinking some coffee during the presentation and then he left that on the table. All the people in the conference room had been talking about a meeting and that problem. They had been commenting about the blackout when George, one of the company partners, stood up taking his cup of coffee and spilled some on our client's shirt. It was embarrassing. Everything had been going well until that happened. After that, the client got angry. So, he just stood up, said that he had to leave the conference room. He was the general manager. We did our best to convince him not to leave, but it was useless. He didn't want to talk.
Wow. I'm really sorry, son. You really had a bad day today.
And that's not all. Before I arrived home, I had been walking in the park, thinking about all those things that happened today. When a dog bit me. I was bitten by a dog. I had already been having a bad day, you know. Why do these things happen to me, Dad?
Oh, my boy, it's just a bad day. We all have one bad day from time to time. All you need to do is rest a little, and you'll see that tomorrow will be a better day, that's for sure.
Do you think so? Because I'd like to solve that problem now, but I can't.
You don't have to do anything today. You have to rest and clear your mind. Tomorrow, I'm sure you'll come up with a solution. You are very intelligent, Marco. Marco, life is full of challenges and unexpected events. It's true that today was a series of unfortunate events, but remember, setbacks happen to everyone. What matters most is how you handle them and move forward.
I know, Dad, but it's just frustrating. I had put so much effort into that presentation, and everything seemed to be going wrong.
I understand, and it's okay to feel frustrated. But dwelling on it won't change what happened. Instead, try to focus on what you can control. Maybe there's a way to reschedule the presentation or discuss it with your superiors.
Yeah, you're right. I should think about a plan for tomorrow. Maybe I can talk to my boss about what happened and find a solution.
That's the spirit, Marco. And about the dog bite, did you see a doctor?
Not yet. I cleaned the wound and put some antiseptic on it, but it's still bothering me.
It's crucial to see a doctor, especially if it was a stray dog. You don't want to risk any infections or complications. Your health is a priority.
I'll go to the doctor tomorrow morning. Hopefully, that'll be the end of these unfortunate events.
Good. And about the client and the partner, these things happen in business. It's embarrassing, but it's not the end of the world. You can apologize to the client and assure them that it was an unfortunate accident. People understand that we're all human.
I hope so. It's just hard to shake off the embarrassment, you know?
Of course, it is. But embarrassment is temporary. Focus on making amends and learning from the experience. You'll come out of this stronger.
Thanks, Dad. I appreciate your support. I just need to take a deep breath and tackle these issues one by one.
That's the spirit, Marco. Remember, bad days don't define us. It's how we handle them and grow from the experience that truly matters. Now, let's have a quiet evening and try to get some rest. Tomorrow is a new day, and I'm confident it will be better.